Well, my bad, bitch.
I'm pretty than a motherfucker. Hoes be looking okay. She think that she
So hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Millionaire Mo, or you can just call me Mo. On this channel we talk everything real estate, solo traveling, and self-discovery through solo experiences. So if that's something that you're interested in, please continue to watch, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. Today I'm going to be going over my review of the S Hotel in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I just came back from there about 3 weeks ago. I had a beautiful stay. We had a great time. We had a ball. That vlog I'm gonna put it somewhere over here and go check that out. So I had a good time, but you know, it's some pros and some cons to everything. So I have a little list, and if I look down, I'm just gonna be looking at that. So let's go over the pros first. Throughout the video, you're gonna see clips of the room and areas in the hotel, right? So starting off, the hotel is about 5 to 10 minutes from the airport. I would say about like 7, right? But within 5 to 10 minutes from the airport, very, very convenient. It's located on the hip strip, so you are near, you know, shops, stores, restaurants, clubs, all within walking distance. So if you're a person that like to kind of be in the neighborhood a little bit, still a touristy place, but that's good if you ain't from there, you want to stay where the people at. But it gives you a little bit of like the local feel and just walking in that area instead of being restricted to a resort or always having to get a taxi for something. Number 2, it is all inclusive. So for some, this is not the best option, but for larger groups, I would definitely recommend an all-inclusive property. Like I said, you're located on the hip strip, so you have access to other restaurants, and you know, you can just try different food, different authentic food. But the food I felt like was good. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to eat at the restaurants on the property. It was about 3 different restaurants on the property and 1 buffet. You have to make reservations for the restaurants, which I knew. It's not my first time out of the country and everybody be booking up the dinners, because the buffet food can be like a hit or miss sometimes. But baby, I was just tired. I was the planner of the trip, and it was just so much going on to make sure everybody have a beautiful and enjoyable vacation that I knew we was going to eat, and the buffet food just didn't. It was good. You know, it was good. So we didn't really, you know, have any complaints where it was like, okay, we have to see what the other food is like. It was decent enough. But if you go there, I would definitely say your first night, try to book the restaurants, right? Book it up. Pick a restaurant for each night and try the different food. They have like an Italian restaurant, then they have like a seafood restaurant, and I think like the actual Jamaican cuisine restaurant as well. Staff was really good, very attentive to your needs, very welcoming, and just, you know, just on point. I would say better. I wouldn't say better than most, but I would say since it's a smaller property, they are allowed to really, you know, give you a better customer service and a better overall customer experience than a bigger resort can. So that's a plus for me. They have a full service bar with top shelf liquor at additional price. The full service bar is included, but if you want premium liquors like Hennessy, Douce, any top shelf vodka, top shelf gin, anything like that, that's an additional cost for whichever drink you want, which is understandable. But I like the fact that they have the option instead of, you know, having the regular Bahama Mamas, strawberry daiquiris. Baby, I was at that full service bar ordering lemon drops. That was all I needed. Turned up to the max. And I'm so mad because we we went to the bar like the last night. I didn't realize that it was there. It was like in a lobby, kind of tucked away a little bit, and I seen it, but we just never stopped there because we was like kind of by the pool bar or when we was like out to eat. Good area, good location. What else was a plus for me? The rooms was cute. The hotel was cute. It was beach access was right there. It was just accessible. So I think it's a perfect stay. I think it's a perfect stay for couples, but I wouldn't necessarily say anniversary. But I definitely say it's a nice little getaway for couples. Girls trips, I would say 2 to a room only, or single rooms. And I'm gonna tell you why when I show you like the room tour, and explain why I gave the room some cons. Right? So if you do a girls trips, it's not gonna be everybody in the same room. It don't give that, or especially if you're grown, it don't give that anymore. 2 to a room, 1 person to a room, call it that. Right? I do love when everybody could be in a room, but I feel like I reached that point in my travel where I personally cannot do it. I need that alone time. 1 other person is cool too, but baby, I see y'all when it's time to eat. Okay? Or it's time to go out. But other than that, the vibes is good. Cons. I felt like the room was sweating. And I know it's humid. I know it's hot. But it just felt like the room was always sweating. It felt like the floors was just wet. Even when we checked in, it was like, it looked like they just finished mopping, and it just felt like so much water was left on the floor. Like it felt like we stepped out of the shower and it was just drenched. Like that's how I just always felt. No matter if they just came and cleaned it, no matter if we was in there for a few hours, it just felt like the floor was just always wet. The walls was moist. It was just kind of weird. I've never been to a hotel or resort and it felt like the walls were sweating. I don't know if it was just extremely humid or what, but it was weird. It was a little bit uncomfortable feeling because you felt like, well, I felt like the room was dirtier than it actually was. So just, I don't know, it made me a little bit uncomfortable. But other than that, I think the room was nice. Like I said, it is made for 1 person or a couple in my professional, personal traveling experience. That is how I feel. And I work in the hospitality industry as well. And I'm a travel advisor and solo traveler. So that's just my little 1-2 professional sense. I don't know. But I did enjoy the room. Another con, I would say, it is small. It's a small property. This is not necessarily a con, but it can feel like it's not enough to do. But this is a pro. They kind of always have something going on. It's just hard to locate these things. Like they have a list, by the front desk and by the elevators, they have a list of where these things are. But it just felt like so many things were hidden. And I think when you check in, they should do a better job of saying, okay, this restaurant is located here, or we have events during this time that's here, or somebody giving like small tours throughout the day. Maybe if we would have asked, it could have did that or could have showed us. We didn't really ask, but we didn't really know either. So I definitely think to get more out of your money, when you check in, definitely try to figure out where everything is at first day. Try to figure out where all the little restaurants is at. Try to figure out where they do the little activities, where they do the tours, where they do like the painting steps, because they have things to do. It just feel like it's not out in the open for people to see. Like if I came downstairs, I wouldn't necessarily see something going on in the lobby, right? It just seemed like a slow kind of chill day, but they do have things going on. A con, I will say, it was hard to find like what do you call that person? I guess a concierge services. But she was located in like the cafe. So they have a cafe that I love. They have smoothies, little cakes, cappuccinos, donuts, and it goes into about 12, and I think it opens about 6 a.m. So that was like my favorite place. I was getting all the smoothies. Baby helped as well. I was doing a thing. That was my favorite part. I'm gonna show you a clip of that. I love that. That it was just like easy accessible to get something. If you didn't want like a lemon drop. You didn't want a margarita. You didn't want a Bahama Mama. Like, you just wanted something refreshing, something cool, like a smoothie or a wellness shot. They had that available to you. So I love that. What was another con? I don't really have too many cons. Really, that it was small. The room was sweating. Things felt a little hidden. And yeah, I didn't have too many cons. I would definitely recommend this hotel to my clients, to my family, to my friends, to you. If you want me to book for you, I will leave that information here, my email for the travel advisor. And I can even plan itineraries. I can tell you the things we did and who we did it with. Everything we did was pretty good, but this is not about them. This is about the hotel itself. So if I was to give it 1 through 10, as Hotel Montego Bay, Jamaica, I would give her 7.9. Okay. 7.9. 7.9. I want to give her an 8. I want to give her a strong 8, but 8 just feels like it was great. 8 just felt great. Great 8. And I think it was good, but I think it could be better. Yeah. So that is my review of the S Hotel in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I hope that from this review, you go and travel there. Definitely a few days. Even more days. I think you need about like 5, 6 days, 7 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month in Jamaica. I don't know what's going to be the next video. I don't know what's going to be the next travel video because your girl sat down for a little bit, you know. I'm a regular girl. I works.
Bookings. I work. I have... You got a job?
I works. Okay? I have to request time off. I have to get that PTO. You hear me? Y'all want to see my map? Oh my gosh. This kind of really helps me figure out where to go next. I just look and figure out when to go. If you like that, that is where I got that from. Enjoy the wood. Pause. Enjoy the wood. But yeah, I gotta go. Love y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. You already know. Am I a bird? Oh, you a bird? How can you be a bird? What's a bird? I'm like a bird, I don't wanna fly away.
I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know.